Hi everyone, I'm Nathan. I'm Elijah and Noah's dad. If you are familiar with the channel of Ask Two Brothers, if you're not familiar, well, I'm still Nathan, father of Elijah and Noah. That doesn't actually change based upon your familiarity with the channel. So something that I like to make is I like to do baking, and I recently discovered how to make homemade ice cream. It's a pretty simple recipe. It's basically making Cool Whip frosting, which is my favorite frosting. And to make Cool Whip frosting is very simple. You just get a package of the Jello Pudding mix, instant pudding mix. Mix it with a cup of milk. Mix that together till it's nice and smooth. Then you take a package of Cool Whip and you dump that into your pudding. Mix that together till it's all smooth. And then that's how you make Cool Whip frosting. If you just then put that into a container like this right here, and put that into the freezer, it makes ice cream. You can also add any additions that you want. For instance, today I'm going to be making a vegan version of this with Oreos as well. So I'm going to be making a cookies and cream, so Oreos and vanilla. But I recently I made a lemon cake, two-tier lemon cake. I had to cut off pieces of that lemon cake. And I had leftover Cool Whip lemon frosting using lemon pudding, and put the leftover pieces of cake in there. So I basically had lemon cake ice cream. It's delicious. Now, one of the nice things is that if all you're worried about is gluten, Cool Whip is gluten safe. Most Jello pudding mixes are gluten safe according to the celiac website, and milk is gluten safe. So if that's all you're worried about, you can just make it with just normal milk and normal Cool Whip, and you're done. And just pop it in the freezer. You're done. But you can also make it easily vegan by making your own vegan Cool Whip. And instead of using milk for the pudding, you're going to use some silk milk or whatever vegan milk you like to use. So what we need is we're going to first make the pudding. So I'm just going to go grab some silk milk. Okay, so I have some silk milk, some pudding. Now I looked this up. The Jello pudding is vegan. The mix itself is vegan. It only becomes non-vegan once you add the milk, which makes sense. What you're looking for is to say it says this has 4 half-cup servings. Basically, you just want to make 2-cup servings. So you're not necessarily looking for a weight. You're just looking for an amount of pudding that's going to be made. So pour your pudding in there, your mix in there. Then you're going to want a cup of milk. And this isn't an exact science at all. So, you don't have to worry about it. Oh, it's exactly 1 cup. And then you just mix it together until it's all smoothly mixed. And I'm just using a spoon. You don't have to do anything special here. And you can see it thickening up. Yeah, there. So, trying to get it as smooth as possible. Okay, so that's done. Now I'm going to get the ingredients we need for the Cool Whip that we're doing. So for that, we need silk heavy whipping cream. So that's vegan, maple syrup, and also some vanilla extract. And then I'm going to get the bowl
I put a bowl in the freezer along with the whisk in the freezer. It says online to basically put the whisk in the bowl in the freezer, because it's important that this be as cold as possible when you're making the Cool Whip. So we need a cup of heavy whipping cream. I just bought this today. I was able to buy it directly in my the store. There is a vegan Cool Whip that I saw online, but I have yet to actually see that in a store anywhere. So it's 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. You can hear Elijah and Noah playing in the background there. And then you want half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Okay. Don't want to make a mess with that. And then maple syrup. And it's 2 teaspoons of maple syrup. Apparently this comes out in a squeeze right there. 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. You can use honey or sugar for this. I read online. I've only tried it with the maple syrup. I know that quite a few people don't view honey as really being vegan. I'm not going to get involved in that thing. I have family who is, everyone's having fun back there. I have some family who is, has dairy problems. Some are allergic to peanuts, some are allergic to dairy, some are allergic to strawberries, some are vegan. So they're all over the place, and so I like to basically be able to make stuff for them. So then what you do is then you start whipping this back and forth. And it should start thickening soon. Obviously, if you have like a hand beater, you can use that to, that'll be nicer on your wrist. But I'm doing this with a whisk mainly because I don't know if everyone has a hand beater, or wants to like make the investment for a hand beater. So just making this. Now, one of the nice things is that I've made this before for an Oreo pie, a no-bake Oreo pie. The key is that we're just trying to aerate it. So if it doesn't make all the peaks, I'm going to just switch wrists because it's starting to get really tough on my wrist there. If it doesn't start making all the peaks, it should be fine. The key is that it needs to be, you want it to look nice and really foamy. But I'm just going to keep on doing this a little bit longer. Okay, well that didn't make as many peaks as I want, so probably a hand beater would be better for this. I'm not seeing any peaks, but okay. Oh, and I should not have done that. Made a nice little mess. I recommend not making a giant mess. mean, I'm not the boss of you. Obviously, you can make messes if you want to, but it's my recommendation not to make a mess. So then what you want to do is you want to pour the Cool Whip into your bowl of pudding. Now, obviously this is not like a consistency that you would want like in a, like putting on top of a pie or anything like that. But for the purposes, since we're going to just be mixing this all together and putting it into a freezer, it'll be fine. Okay. So we then mix this all together until the pudding is mixed nicely with everything. Yeah, you can see like you don't want to have any streaks, but you're not whisking it, you're not mixing it vigorously, you're just trying to get it all just mixed together. Almost done there. Okay, and so this is all vegan and gluten-free. Yeah, and now one thing that I want cookies and cream. So I pre-crushed some Oreos, some gluten-free Oreos. You can get these at the store, gluten-free Oreos. Sometimes they're often out of stock, but so you may want to look closely for them. You know, the ice cream itself, before you added anything, is gluten-free. It's vegan. So pretty much, you know, it's whatever you add into it, then you just have to worry about, is that gluten-free and vegan? Obviously, if you're worried about gluten allergies, you want to look on your celiac website, because not all Jello pudding instant mixes are gluten-free, gluten-safe. Like for instance, I think the cheesecake one is not safe. But yeah, you see we have a nice little creamy thing right there. And then all we have to do now is pour this into here, into your container for your ice cream. I have a nice big container, but I mean, obviously, you know, you just want to have enough to fit the ice cream, and something that will actually fit in your freezer, so make sure you have room. There we go. And I like to just smooth it out a little bit. Put a cover on it. Okay, and I'll just put this in the freezer, and then I will we'll do the video, resume the video once it's had a chance to freeze. And that's it. Thank you. Okay, so we've had a chance for it to freeze now. Here's what it looks like. And now one of the nice things about this, here's Noah. He's going to be our taste tester. One of the nice things is that, you know, when you make this ice cream, you know, you can use any pudding flavors that you want. It's nice and frozen, so. Well, that piece will go a little bit later. Yeah, so, but yeah, you want chocolate pudding, banana pudding, whatever fixings you want to put inside of it. You know, the sky's the limit for this kind of pudding. So here's one little piece. We'll give it.
The taste tester is ready.
Yes, we'll give it to Noah to.
Gee, you're cutting it. It's hard to cut it.
There you go. Okay. Okay, Noah, what do you think? Is it good? Noah says it's good. So there you go. Yeah, and I think I forgot to mention Oreos are vegan already, so this whole entire dish is both vegan and gluten-free, and you can make it easily enough. And I'll put the description of how to make it in the description in the actual description of the video.
Oreos are
Okay,
the
thank
only
you.
things that are vegan, not gluten-free.
Yes, the Oreos are not gluten-free, except I got the gluten-free Oreos. Okay, everyone have a great day. Thank you for watching. Bye.